Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Final Factory. Let's get back to it. Oh man, between episodes I've been getting my butt kicked. Let me show you what I've been up to between episodes. I started building out another factory here. It's actually done. This is building knights for us. So let me show you how it works. Very similar to what we had last episode or last couple episodes where we have a factory doing our advanced miner bots. So that's the advanced miner bot factory. Here is the Knights factory. We have cargo vessels bringing in our resources, in this case low density structures, medium density structures, and I think this is AI controller circuits. So those come in from shuttles, get put into storages, and then we use mass drivers to send those resources wherever they're needed in the factory. And then here is kind of the factory proper. We've got plasma engines. We've got, let me hit the alt key here and then we can just see plasma engines, robotic arms. These things, what are these guys called again? Mass energy converters. Fabricators, and then these guys, which are really slow to produce, singularity field generators, and a combination of all that stuff ends up making these knights for us. And the reason I prioritized getting this factory up and running, like I said at the top, is man, I've been getting spanked by attacks. I'm pretty much consistently or continuously getting attacked by the enemy, and I've lost a lot of infrastructure as a result of that by not having defenses up. So having these knights, I skipped over bats. We've got our old factory here, which is pretty much non-functioning at this point. I'm probably going to rip most of this out this episode. This was doing bats for us, the asteroid research bots, a little bit of night production, but it was all kind of strung together with mass drivers, and I didn't have places where I was even just, you know, what are they called? Research centers or exploration centers to kind of show the routes and stuff. And this stuff was just getting taken out like crazy. But since I've got the Knights production up and running and I've set up more defensive platforms, I'm kind of holding off the enemy, and I've got a little bit of what I hope is some breathing room. So I'm going to see if I can salvage the factory and salvage this save, because man, it's been brutal. The other thing I've been working on, so we got Knights done and we've got advanced miner bots done, and this is pretty safe, pretty secure. It's all, they all have cargo ships bringing resources. So then as my mining sites have been getting ruthlessly attacked, I tried figuring out a way where I could defend these sites with just lasers. And I can't seem to make it work. And lasers take forever to handcraft. So I know I need to set up a mall at some point, probably to make those things. But man, when you're getting destroyed, there's almost no time to set up a mall. So anyway, so we've got our mining sites. Got a little bit of built-in defenses for these guys. This one I actually threw a rocket adapter into so we can move it. Once this deposit is exhausted, and this Boxite Asteroid is almost exhausted. It's got 27,000. So we've got one for bauxite. We've got one for iron, slightly different configurations. And then I had a couple mining sites like that just got totally wiped out by the enemy because I didn't have enough defenses. And where we've got a little bit of a Silica asteroid here. I don't really have much defenses on this guy. And I think I have a proper one. Let's see. Where do I have another one? Another Silica asteroid. I think, yeah, up here in the corner. Let's see if this guy, is this guy actually in production? Yeah. We've got a cargo ship here loading up off of this Silica asteroid. This one's got 186,000 left. And I've got 3 defense platforms. Let's make sure these guys have repair, guys. Yeah. Repair modules. Kind of standardizing on this design for a defense platform. just for the time being. And again, I've gone 100% with knights. Not sure if that's the best option or not. I did have some legacy stuff being sent around with mass drivers. I don't think I need that anymore. So anyway, we've got 3 asteroids set up with cargo routing. And we got 2 main production lines for advanced miner bots and knights. What I want to do now. We have no research going on. I did research several things, but again, my infrastructure was just getting torn apart. So I've stopped the research until I kind of catch up with defenses. We still have work to do on defenses. But now what I'm worried about is keeping up with our asteroid depletion. And so what I want to do is get set up so I can quickly connect up to new asteroids and have all of that ore, or the refined ore, routed into one central hub. And then instead of having these cargo ships always having to connect to some new asteroid when one gets worn out, they can all just connect to the hub. Their route will never change. And then as I exploit new asteroids, I can just send material into a hub. And I'm thinking that hub will go right above the start of our factories. This is our first little factory. Everything above this is probably garbage or close to being garbage. Ice, not using it at the moment, and I don't think that's where I want it. So I'm going to start ripping stuff out. I may pay a price for this, but let's start ripping stuff out to make room for a big hub. Initially for low density structures, medium density structures, and AI controller circuits. And then we'll probably have a hub for ice and organics. And what else? Maybe that's it. Then once we have that done, that's going to take a couple episodes, probably at least. Then we got to start getting research back online and maybe start exploiting more asteroids, build more cargo ships, all that kind of stuff. But all of these, I think, can go. This was just an exploration thing. Let's get rid of that. Where's my ship? Okay, it's not letting me do it. There we go. You can go. And let's get rid of this thing. Oh, it's not letting me do it. I can go. And let's take a look at our inventory. I've got room. Let's collect all these things. I forgot we're going to have a bunch of cargoes. It's a shift click, control click. I guess I got to keep control clicking to get this stuff out of here. These little bats, they may find a home somewhere at some point. Not too worried about them. I think all this can go. I am going to copy a platform here. Control-C. Let's copy one of these just so we have exploration on the perimeter. And defenses, obviously. This was our old planetary research bots. Oh man, I hate to get rid of those. But it's all strung together with mass drivers and it's fragile and it just falls apart. It's easy enough to reassemble. Let's get rid of it. And I'm mainly trying to make room here so we can put up a big hub. Cargo ships will come in from the top and from the asteroids, and cargo ships will come out from the bottom to feed our factories. My inventory full. Yeah, inventory's full. I may need to put down a storage somewhere just to throw stuff into. Let's do it. Let's do it over here. This guy's going to want power, it looks like. And then if I put power down, he's probably going to want... Ciao, buddy. I think that'll do. Nope. Trying to put these ones down so I don't have to do heat management. All right, let's throw some stuff in here. I got tons of ice. That can go. That'll save a ton of inventory space. Let's keep cleaning out this area. All this can go. What was that? Oh, those were these guys. Singularity field generators, but again, we can make this stuff again easy. In fact, we already did down below. All this. Oh yeah, boy, I've been hearing the warning sound for hours. It's starting to die down, but I still have this one where the asteroid's running low on resources. We'll get to that eventually here. That's my inventory full already. Just go drop some stuff off. I've got this artifact garbage. I don't know what this is for. Ancient artifact, ancient tech trash, valuable scraps of complex technology from a bygone civilization. Figure out what that's for. Now it's for there. What else can I get rid of that I don't need right away? I have scraps of things. Tons of overdrivers. Rid of those. More attacks. Hopefully my guys are fighting these off. Wherever they are, or is it just showing... I guess it's just showing the stuff that I've deconstructed. Or it's showing me warnings that stuff is about to degrade because it's not structurally supported or whatever. Tell you what, let me do this clearing out and I'll be right back. So it looks like I'm going to be doing lots of trips back to dump off extra inventory. All right, I'm back. I've got all of the spaghetti is now gone. So all that hard work is gone, but we still seem to be holding off the enemy, and I think we've got an abundance of knights to replenish any knights that get destroyed, defending our base here or our territory. Let's start building our kind of cargo depot. I think I want to do it. Maybe start from the bottom down here somewhere, and we'll just kind of sketch this out and see how it turns out. But I kind of envision storage is down here like this, and then a whole bunch of storages. Let's start with 4. We'll leave room to scale this up. Show you what I mean. We're going to delete some of this as we go, but I'll show you what I mean. The idea would be if we can get some logistics bays. Where are you, logistics bays? Here. Boom, 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 boom. And cargo drones. Do I have many? I've got 28. That'll get us started. Resources get dropped off by cargo ships, and then we load cargo ships down here. Then this stuff all gets connected. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop, doop. Imagine all of these connected, and say this is low density structures. We'll make the low density structures out at the mining site. That way we have to haul less material. So I'm just going to copy these filters. Doop, 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 doop. Doop. But I don't have a lot of these large cargo holds yet. We're going to be able to make more as soon as we complete this objective in the top left that I've been ignoring. Produce organic compounds. We'll set up a production of that and another storage depot for that as well, just like we'll do with the ice and the organics. But for now, let's get the main resources going. The AI controllers, heavy, what do they call these? Medium density structures, light density structure, or low density structures, and AI controller circuits. We want to get storage depots for those. Later, if we need to expand this, We can always put more of these off to the side and then have them just kind of combine back in, or we might have multiple bays where cargo ships can come grab resources. We'll see. We'll start with this. But since I don't have a lot of these, I'm going to take out these middle ones. We'll fill those in later. I'm just going to fill this in with connectors. Like I said, we should be able to expand a little bit to the right and left if we want more storage capacity. And then what do we want to do in terms of stability and everything? Where do we want to put that? Let's put that off to the side somewhere. Say we left room for 2 more of these guys. Run a strut in the meantime. Then get power over here. Heat dissipation. This guy connected with a strut for now. More heat dissipation. More power. And then everybody that's currently going to a mining site, any of these cargo ships that are going out to a mining site will now go to the hub. And then we'll set up a new cargo ship to feed this hub. We probably want to build defenses at some point. For now, I'm going to rely on my little defensive platforms. But we'll see. We'll see if that's going to do it. But that's basically it. And we can kind of scale this up and make it big. And then next door, we'll do the medium density and then AI controller circuits. And then we'll go after organics and ice, I suppose. And organics are going to allow me to build more of these large cargo holds. I've been collecting comet fragments, so we have a little bit left. Organic compounds, 235. But we're going to need steady production of that at some point. All right, what next? What next? Cargo ships. Let's get a new cargo ship going. And I have a template for that right here. I'm just going to copy this guy. Well, hopefully I have what I need. If not, we'll have to go fetch resources and make it. But I'm going to copy. There's a fight going on. Yeah, the Knights do a pretty good job. We did unlock another, or we have unlocked another type of battleship. And I do want to make a factory for these. Brillos, long-range ship capable of firing extremely destructive disks of energy. So I want to get a factory going on that too. But I think I'm going to try and get by with these Knights until we can get the research going again. Planetary research bots and asteroid research bots. Okay, let's get this copied and built. Like I said, hopefully I've got all the ingredients I need. Eventually I would like to set up a mall, but oh man, the time. Time to do it. Barely saved this save from being destroyed by our enemies. And these cargo ships take up storage containers too. How many do I have left? 21. I can throw some kind of fuel in here to get this guy started. Got some fabricators. Alright, so now we got a new cargo ship. We want to load this depot with low density structures. Let's do it. This guy, let's click on his little controller. Command core. Add an existing landing zone. I think it's going to be Boxite Mine 1. Boom. Fill your inventory. And add a new landing zone. We're going to have to test this out because of the ship orientation always kind of changes weird. We're going to load in this way, I think. Boom. This one we can call Boxite. This is really low densities, right? Low LD, low density hub. Drop off. One, in case we do more later. All right, let's see. Again, I think the orientation is probably going to be problematic. Full inventory, wait conditions. We'll have this guy wait for 900 seconds to unload. I can't do unload inventory because the way I've got these cargo ships set up, I have some of the product that they're hauling going into little cargo holds to feed our rockets. And so these will never, ever empty out once they start getting filled. So I can't put a condition on here when the inventory is empty. So we'll go with that. Do I want to name this? This is LD structures to hub. That's the name of this ship, I guess. Let's run transit and see how this guy does. Gotta throw in fuel on that other one, but he'll have fuel as soon as he stops off at the hub, or at the bauxite mine. And then we are going to need to find a new place. We're going to need to move this guy, actually, to a new bauxite mine. Because it's getting low, 11,000, but at least we can see this run. Yeah, in fact, we'll have multiple ships going out to different asteroids and fetching bauxite. Yep. Where is our next bauxite asteroid? Boy, I had mining set up on one of these up here, and they just tore it up. Tore it up. The enemy tore it up. So I think what I'll do is I'll go over there and set up new defensive platforms. Once we verify that this guy is oriented correctly, we'll set up new defensive platforms over at a new bauxite asteroid, and then eventually we'll launch this guy, this whole mining platform, and send it over there once we've got the defenses in place. And then we'll have to reroute this guy to our cargo ship. Let's just see if this works. I think I would move a little faster with the rocket engine going, but it's a little slow. Let's click on his... Yeah, okay, he's not oriented correctly. We'll fix it. How about this way? Try again. Okay, that guy's gonna load. I'm actually gonna just skip ahead to the next step where he drops off. I need to verify that that orientation is correct too. So we'll just boom. Now he's got a little bit of fuel in the other rocket engine, so they're both going. He's heading up here to drop things off. Let's see how it goes. You gonna spin around unnecessarily, or are you gonna do your thing? Okay, he's doing his thing just the way I want it. Awesome. Next step is going to be to reroute these guys that are currently doing low density structures to pull from this hub. So let's see if we can do it. These guys are overloaded with cargo right now, which is fine. I don't mind that. But they're moving around less. Looks like I did some asymmetry here in this particular ship. Let's fix it while this guy's parked. Crossed. E03. And then I guess we do that or something. And you, and another solar panel. These aren't perfectly tuned, but man, they've been doing the job, so I can't complain. Okay, now let's look at your route. You're not going to go to Boxite Mine anymore, so we'll get rid of that. We'll say add a new landing zone. You're going to pick up your resource right here, fella. Drop that guy down. Boom. And then we'll go... Oh, add condition... Whoops. No. Add condition... Do full inventory, or should we just give them a certain amount of time? Let's do full inventory for now. And let's go run this and see if he's oriented correctly. Right now he's already loaded up. You gonna do the right thing? Needs to load from the bottom, so we want just the opposite of that, which would be this guy, I think. Load from the back and unload from the top. That's weird. Okay, let's get rid of this. We'll add a new landing zone. Try that. I think I set it up the wrong way originally. Full inventory, let this guy run. Here he comes. Drops down. All right, let's name this landing zone. Temporary twig, it's called. That's the valid one. Temporary twig. So let's take you, send you back. I want to delete the landing zone that is not temporary twig. That's brush cross. That's temporary twig. So this guy needs to go. All right. Let's give this a non-silly name. This would be low density hub pickup. Then we got one more guy to route here that's doing low density structures. It's you. On his little route. Get rid of Boxite Mine. At existing landing zone. Low density hub pickup. Full inventory. And let's see him go run and do that. Make sure he connects up correctly. Ships, for the most part, have been copy-pasted, but every once in a while I get surprised with the orientation that it decides to land with. Kind of like right now. All right, let's get you fixed. If you're facing that way, drop off your ore. I kind of want the same orientation, I think. For you to pick up ore. Now that guy's good. He can do his thing. Let's send you back to where you came from. This guy, I think, is doing his thing. Hopefully. He's just waiting on the timer. Yeah, it looks like that timer's running. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. So that's Boxite fixed up. I think there's somebody picking up medium density structures. There's nobody here on the Boxite. Let's go chase down another Boxite asteroid. This one's just about spent 8,000. And we'll start by getting it some defenses put up. The next closest one looks like it's this guy right here. Let's get some defense platforms going, and then we'll either move this guy or copy it and send it over here. Oh man. Kind of see the goal. Although we could exploit this one. It's already set up and it has defense structures. We could just get this guy finished. It's not really set up to export resources yet. That bauxite mine has 178. That might be the easy route. It's already got defenses. Let's go up there. Where are you? Way up to the left. Top left. Let's set that guy up for exporting. Top left. Already got defenses set up. And then we can let that other mine deplete itself. Oh, this can go too. We're not doing any more moving resources by mass drivers across the map. So let me chase or get rid of some of this junk while we're here. That can go. These defense platforms, they can probably go too. I don't think I need these. I'll free up some resources, or free up some knights, actually, I think. Density structures. Cut seems to actually work better than the delete order. Not sure why that one didn't want to come over. Clean all this up. We don't need it. We're using cargo ships now. It's less to defend. The ships themselves have all the defense on them. All right, now we're getting to this. Yeah, the Boxite Asteroid. These can go too. These can go too. Low density structures. Inventory is full. We'll find a spot for them. Let's make sure these guys have repairs. I copied some of these before I had little repair modules on them. 39 of these. Let's just pop at least one on each of these. And then let's go nuts and do another one over here. The placement is actually okay on these. All right, now we got to output this stuff into storages and set this up for export. How many more do I have? 21. Let's start with the logistics. And then storage containers. Ideally, we'll have 4 of these. We have to go harvest some comet fragments in a minute or between episodes so we can make more of these storages. And this all needs to be optimized. Just want to get something working first here. This guy, this is all no longer needed. That can go, and that, and that. And these repair guys, overkill. We don't need 4 of those in here anymore. Inventory's full, can't do anything about that. Low density structures I can pump into there. Now I've got inventory. That up. Some more low density structures in there to free up inventory space. Okay, now I just need to route these materials in. We're using the advanced mining stations everywhere. So that's a good thing. Let's do... How do I want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this. No, this isn't optimal, but I just want to get things running. I'm going to split this up. So this top group of atomic printers feed the far one, and this bottom group, just take that out. Feed that one. But stability, is that really an issue? Why is that not an issue anywhere else? Let's throw a stability resource. I got a bajillion of them. See if that solves our problem. They're claiming they need more power. Surplus power. Now that is working. It's working enough to get us going. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not optimized. Ore comes in, goes down. Down, down, down to everybody. That's going up and over. This one needs to be flipped. And that's reasonable. Like I said, we'll come and fine tune it later. But I just need a place here for start picking up this ore. I think this is good to go. Let's go copy another cargo ship if we can. We could do this one right here. No, let's not. Yeah, let's do it. Don't know that I have all the resources. We may have to go run and get some. Let's go down and do it. I can't quite select that one. That asteroid does have a little bit, that silica. We may do research on it. We'll see. Yeah, this is my little template. Let's copy another one of these. There's another battle going on over there. Hopefully we're not losing a bunch of knights. I might throw another defense platform over there to stack the odds in our favor. We can defeat the raid before it starts killing my knights. Keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully I've got enough resources to do this. I made a bajillion lasers between episodes, just handcrafting. Man, it takes forever. All right. You are going to do something very similar to the other guy. We're going to add a new landing zone. Boom. It's going to be way up here. You're going to back into it. Oh, we got to put the cargo drones down. Let's just leave room. Think that'll do it. Okay. Let's see if I can put cargo drones down, and we'll go back to that ship in a minute. I think these cargo ships can defend themselves pretty well. I should give you some kind of fuel. What do I have a bunch of extra of? I'm not giving you those. I got some garbage over here. I can probably feed it. Where is that? Those storage containers. How about some of these? Stacking that cargo hold. And stacking this cargo hold. Be some initial fuel for this guy. Boom. Add condition. Fill your inventory. Then you're going to move to low density hub drop off 1. Boom. Probably that orientation. Let's see how this guy does. This is bringing more bauxite, more low density structures into this hub. I got 2 ships kind of waiting to collect. Some little knights going out to replenish ones that got killed, most likely. All right, let's see what this guy does. It's a little further out than it needs to be, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, this production's just getting ramped up. And again, we'll have to come through and tune these so they produce faster, but this is at least doing the job. I just want to send this guy along to see how he does. Low density hub drop off 1, add condition. We're just going to do, wait for 800 seconds. Yeah, and this asteroid's got 177,000 left. That should last for a while, especially now when we're only really producing mining drones. Mining drones and knights is pretty much all the production that we're doing. But both of those things are getting consumed constantly. Knights as they get killed by our enemies. Okay, this guy doesn't quite want to land. Why not, fella? What's in the way? That one's puzzling. Oh, the cargo ships are in the way. The last ship. That shouldn't be an issue. That ship may have been a little bit different. Shoot. All right, I think I need to move that landing zone. Let's take you and move you over here for the moment. I move this back. I think I gotta reroute things. I'm gonna cut it. Move it back. A couple. Okay. Looks weird here. Oh, I see. I've got... Interesting. I think... Well, stuff's getting through. Why not load up, fellas? These filters? Is that my problem? I need to go back a little bit further. Let's try it. These don't have anything. How come my logistics bays aren't holding anything? Let me sort through this and I'll be right back. All right, I think I got it working. My cargo ship had an extra logistics bay stacked on top of each other. I thought they were oriented vertically, and maybe I did this one a little different, but they were stacked side to side, and it was, I think, copy-paste issue. Because I had some extra armor up front that I didn't need. Okay, so this guy is unloaded. He should be counting down the timer. Let's pretend 800 seconds has passed and send this guy on his way. I have a feeling, though, with these cargo drones sitting here way back, it's going to mess up the next ship that comes to drop off. Let's go look at that ship. That's over here somewhere, and then we'll call it an episode. That's this guy. It's almost mined out. Send this guy and see if he actually can drop off. Or if these cargo drones are going to be in the way. Looks like that's okay. We'll see. I'm a little dubious. A little dubious. That is currently working. That is currently working. So I'll take the win. Yeah, let's wrap this one here. What can I do between episodes? Between episodes, I'll clone up some more cargo ships. I might have to do some handcrafting of resources to do it. And I'll set up the hub for, or these little skeletons of the hubs for medium density structures and AI controller circuits. And then when we get back next episode, we can kind of clean up the routing of our existing cargo ships. And then maybe set up another asteroid. This bauxite's going to be done. It'd be nice to have 2 asteroids being actively mined at any time for each resource. Maybe we'll shoot for that as a goal. Like I said, this one's almost done. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this series on Final Factory. Man, I've dug myself in a hole and I'm kind of trying to work out of it in a way that's hopefully going to allow us to scale pretty easy. Just do the same things over and over again. Move this mining structure to the next asteroid. Reroute a couple cargo ships that are pulling from this asteroid, and then you're done. But we'll see. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support. Deeply, sincerely appreciate that support. It's what allows me to do these Let's Plays. I'm grateful for it. With that, I'll catch y'all in the next episode.